And then there's this, Republicans. At the Party of Business Organization, House Republicans secured a recent change in President Obama's health law to expand coverage choices. Democrats describe the change involving small business coverage options as a straightforward improvement of the type they are eager to make, and Obama signed it into law. Maybe you say it helps Obamacare, but it really helps the small businessmen, said the representative from Tennessee. No member of the House GOP leadership was publicly hailed to fix at all and come out, which was tucked at a Republican's request into legislation preventing a cut in payments to doctors who treat Medicare patients. You remember this? This is the doc fix. This is why Medicare and Medicaid won't be a cut either. But the Republicans in the House, instead of doing something about it, they needed two-thirds vote, remember? And they couldn't get two-thirds vote. So they had a little gimmick, and they did this. After most of the people were out of Congress, they were gone, and just a few people there. So this is how this Obamacare fix passed in the Republican House of Representatives.
Pursuant to Clause 8 of Rule 20, the unfinished business is a question on suspending the rules and passing H.R. 4302, which the clerk will report by title.
H.R. 4302, a bill to amend the Social Security Act to extend Medicare payments to physicians and other provisions of the Medicare and Medicaid programs and for other purposes.
The question is, will the House suspend the rules and pass the bill? So many as are in favor say aye. Those opposed, no. In the opinion of the chair, two-thirds being in the affirmative, the rules are suspended, the bill is passed, and without objection, the motion to reconsider is laid on the table.
That's it. That's what got it done. That's right. They couldn't get two-thirds vote, so they sneaked it through. And I'm pretty certain if I were to put an audio level on the A's and nays, I think the nays may have had it. Certainly there was not the two-thirds vote that was necessary. In fact, it's really unclear how many members of the House rank and file even knew it was in the legislation. Republican aides who monitored the issue said the provision reflects a calculation that no matter how hard the party tries, the earliest the law can be repealed is after Obama leaves office in 2017. I'm here to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, it won't happen then. It won't happen then. The Republicans they don't have the courage to do what they can do. And by 2017,
it'll be so embedded in our society.
WPTF, Bill May Show.
Hey, I would love to talk to Bill.
On this topic?
Yes.
Okay, what's your name?
Corey.
Is that Corey?
Yes.
Let's come on.
Person capable of looking at weather, 100 years from now and saying this is what it's going to be like. But it gets to a point where I go, come on. Let me go to Corey. Welcome to the show.
Hey, Bill, what you're describing is something that we see repeated over and over and over again, isn't it?
Yeah.
And we want, so desperately for the people we call our elected representatives to actually represent us. But I just keep coming back to the notion that what we see portrayed in the halls of Congress and in politics in general is mostly theater. They passed this egregious law, I call that euphemistically law Obamacare, and it's clearly not written for us. It was portrayed that way, just the same way the Patriot Act was portrayed for us, or the National Defense Authorization Act was portrayed for us, but it's really not for us. It's for the corporate financial interests that control those who are voting it in. And now that it's in the law, there's all this discussion about how to reform the law or repeal the law. And I just don't see any answer besides the average business owner and small business owner and individual to just not comply.
Right, don't I know. It's, what is that called? Irish diplomacy?
Right, exactly.
That's what it's called. And they're doing that on other issues with marijuana.
Oh, yeah.
In Connecticut, so it can be done.
It's a pattern. It really is a pattern that can be applied to any issue. They do it the same way with everything. They promote and market a given piece of legislation, then it gets passed, and it has all sorts of unintended consequences, and so then you have a response from the people to fix what was broken, but the people really need to take responsibility and understand that the law was never intended to help you. It was intended to break things in the first place so that they can pose as saviors and basically consolidate control even more.
Yeah, I mean, they do it all the time. You're right. It's obvious. Once you recognize it, it's obvious, Corey. Hey, I have to run, my friend, because of time, but it's getting folks to recognize it, paying attention to this. You know, and I know it can be boring. It really can be. You know, politics, so boring, numbers and stuff I don't understand. Well, first off, shame on our education system for not graduating people who understand the most basic principles, but it directly impacts your life. It really does, in a tremendous way. This healthcare law and the upcoming immigration reform, huge, absolutely huge. Let's go ahead and check traffic on the twos, and here's John.